Hey guys, welcome back to PokeCharles. Today got a little bit of a different video for you, kind of just a PSA, public service announcement on if you sell singles, how to sell them, but take care of them and not spend a fortune on shipping. So, and what I mean by that is obviously we do a lot through eBay of sending cards. Well, if I send a card for $1.99, there's no way that I could pay $2.84 to have it shipped. So, what do? Well, first thing I always have is top loader, card sleeves, team bags, and business cards. Okay? So, what you want to do, let's just say that this Charmander is let's just say it's a 99-cent order. 99-cent order, I'm going to make like 13 cents when all is said and done. But the reason why I do it, get people the cards that they need, so it helps everybody. But also just, it's another eBay transaction, another positive feedback, hopefully. So, what you're going to do, it's pretty straightforward. You just take your team bag, and then you're going to put it in your top loader, and then you're going to put it in here, and you put your business card. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, this goes in the top loader. So, and then the envelope that you use, the one I recommend is a number 6 envelope, so then that way there's not too much wiggle room. If you look, when you have it completed, there's not much room there. Now, that's one card, okay? So what happens when you start getting into multiple cards? That's where it kind of gets tricky. So there's one thing that you need to keep in mind, and after a while in set number of cards, you'll get used to it, but you might need a scale here. So let's say somebody orders 4 cards. What are you going to do? Well, what I do, and Rusty helped me out with all this, and kind of what he was doing is that if you get 2 cards, the only difference between him and I is that I'll give you the sleeves. I'll give you extra sleeves for the extra cards, but basically 2 cards can go like that, and you don't want to put more than 2 cards into a top loader. So you put this into a top loader here, it'll stay. And now what do you do for the other 2 cards? Well, it's a great question. What you're going to do, so there's that one, ready to go, right? So now the guy wants 2 more, correct? So what am I going to do? Should have just had all these out so I didn't have to pull them out here. So he wants 2 more. So what I'm going to do is take 2 more, like so, and then I'm going to put them like this. And then I'm going to grab a team bag, and I'm going to put it in there like so. Okay, now that'll make them stay protected, because the key is that you have to make sure that you stay under an ounce. Perfect, ½ ounce. Now, you say, why can't I just put it in another top loader? You can. The problem is that you start getting thick, and you'd have to put another 15-cent stamp on it. Not that that's bad, but you just don't want it to overall to get too thick, because it doesn't matter how much you put on it. If it gets too thick, then it won't be ran as metered mail. So what happens if you have, let's just say, let me just throw on another, another business card. Let's just say we get to an ounce, right? If you're that close, so we're over an ounce. So what you want to do is on the outside of your stamp, you're going to have your forever stamp or whatever stamp you guys have, and then you're going to put an additional ounce stamp. These are 15 cents. You can get them at the post office, and basically what it means is that this is going to be non-auto sorted, or I forget the technical term for it, but basically they're not going to slide it through the machine. You put a 15-cent stamp on it, it's pretty much hand delivered through the system. So that's, some people I know actually just put the 15-cent stamp on even if they're sending 1 card, but you don't need to. Now, the question is that I sell on eBay, and how do I protect myself? That's kind of the catch-22. So I use $15 as my ceiling. If it's over $15, I ship it with tracking. But for instance, I put this in an envelope and ship it off to a guy. Well, what proof do I have that I sent it? There is no proof because it's through a stamp. Stamp has no tracking. So the person can easily go, hey, I never got this. Well, and that happens from time to time. The only thing that you could really do is, just make note of the person. And, you know, a lot of times you'll notice that it's people that have next to no comments and it's newly made accounts. But what I started thinking about doing, and this is only obviously going to work if you want to do it, but my thought process is that with the, we have a ton of code cards that are unused. And so what I was thinking is that when I go to send one, if it's somebody that's low or, you know, like their name just looks suspect, I'm going to go ahead and put a code card in here. And I'm going to check the code card before I send it and take a picture of it. And then that way, if they say they don't get a card, but then all of a sudden the code card's redeemed, well, I've got the picture of the code card, and then I can just call them out on it. But I haven't had to do that yet. So far, so good. I've only had a couple that are missed, and I think they truly did get lost. Because the downfall is to the envelope is that if it is too thick and they go to run it through the machine could chop it up, and they're not going to say anything or do anything. They're just going to discard it, and then they will never get it. So, but with that being said, I mean, that's pretty much all you need to do. It's okay to leave these cards not protected in a top loader per se, because you're actually using the top loader as your protectant, and then you're putting your business card or whatever on top of it. But then when you're putting it in the team bag, everything stays nice and snug. So, I mean, this is the optimal way to do it, obviously, because you're getting your customer exactly what they want in the condition that it needs to be in, and it's well protected. But you could, I mean, if you want to, and that's totally up to you, and it kind of really just, it's all on your preference. But if you wanted to stick this other one in a top loader and send 2 in a top loader, you'll be well with under an ounce, and you'll be okay to do that. It just really boils down to what you guys want to do. But a lot of people had questions on, you know, how can I sell singles and not have to pay a lot for tracking or shipping? Because I think a Forever stamp now is right at 50 cents. So, you know, if you sell a 99-cent card minus the transaction fee, minus PayPal fee, minus the stamps, minus the envelopes and all this stuff, I mean, like I said, you make like 10 to 15 cents maybe, but it's just, you know, helping people out in the community. But anyways, if you guys ever have any questions on anything like this, and let me know if this video was helpful. I'd be more than happy to do anything else or answer any questions that you guys have. But just keep in mind that, you know, just watch out for people. And the nice thing is about this community is that there's a lot of Facebook groups out there. And what I recommend with those is that with a Facebook group, you can kind of be protected, because what people do is they'll take a video of dropping off the letter. So for instance, I can go, I'm shipping this to Joe Bob. Well, so when I go to take it to Joe Bob, I'm sending him a 5-second video. Hey, Joe Bob, here's me putting it in or handing it to the post lady. And so that you're protecting if it doesn't come. So, but Facebook groups, it's obviously a lot easier to change a transaction from $1 to $4 to add tracking. You can't really do that with eBay. So you'd have to create a new listing, et cetera, or separate PayPal transaction, which they don't like. But anyways, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. But if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. We will be back tomorrow with more Diamond and Pearl Stormfront. And have a great day, guys. See you. Bye.